So this is the 8th month I became a music therapist. A lot has changed. My routines, my lifestyle, the type of music I listen to or not listen to, etc. So today I thought I would take you on to the behind the scenes and have a look at what a music therapist listens to outside work. I'm going to show you my top 5 playlists that I listen to when I'm not working, and how you can start creating or curating playlists that match your activities, energy level and mood so that you can enjoy life more, be more productive, etc. Oh, and also, this is a reminder for you to reflect on how you use music on a regular basis and think about if it's healthy and productive or not. The biggest problem I always face is that I don't know what I want to listen to. I don't know if that applies to you, but when I drive, I don't have like a particular genre that I want to listen to. But then once in a while, I want to listen to the same song on repeat for 23 times. Quick story time. You already know that I'm a music therapist. I work with people from all kinds of population, background, sexual orientation, abilities and ages. Now, on a typical Tuesday, I work with clients from 2 to more than 90 years old. So my typical songs range would go from Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to Can't Help Falling in Love to something about Bon Jovi and so on. It's quite a diverse range. When I was a student on placement, I tended to not use the songs that I personally enjoyed just to draw a boundary between my personal and professional work. But then I came across clients who love Coldplay, Dua Lipa and Billie Eilish as much as I do, and I found myself gradually erasing that boundary. It turned out that I don't feel attached at all, and I think it's safe to erase that boundary. But then when I started working properly as a music therapist, not a student anymore, I quickly realized that I just didn't want to listen to any songs after work. Maybe that's a curse working in this industry. In music therapy, music is used as a tool to help people achieve non-musical goals, something related to their health and well-being. And just like anything else, if you get too much of it, it's usually not a good thing. So yeah, I think I have a love-hate relationship between music and I just want to have a good balance of enjoyment and its work. Not that I get burned out already or anything, I just feel like I want to switch off or get a different kind of stimulation after work. As you continue watching this video, I want you to remember that it is so important to have a clear intention of whatever you do, including your default mode. And now we can talk about how I create and curate playlists intentionally to match all my activities and energy level. So the first playlist is called a default yearly playlist, I guess, so it's just titled the year, and then I just put songs I come across during the year into the same playlist. So most of them would be the songs that are released in the same year, but as I said, it's the songs that I come across. So that might be songs that existed 30 years ago but I didn't know, but I came across that this year and I really liked it, so I put it in the same year. I just like to organize my songs like that, just mainly for my future self, I guess. Like a few years later, I want to look back on what happened in 2022 or what kind of songs I listened to during the lockdown, during the pandemic. And this is when I would go back to the corresponding year and then check out the songs. Just for a little bit of fun, walk down the memory lane and all that. I feel like it's just how I like to categorize my memory based on the songs. As I said, it's not necessarily the songs that are released in the same year, because as we all know, this summer it's all about Beyonce versus Kate Bush, right? But they are all songs like from ages ago. Yeah, so this is my way of organizing the songs that I usually listen to on default. By default, I mean that they are songs that I listen to for enjoyment when I'm driving. I want to switch up. I don't think about anything in particular, no clients, no whatever, just to listen to and chill and switch off my brain. The second playlist is called Driving. As the title suggests, it's the playlist that I listen to when I drive. For example, for my part-time work, it takes like 2 hours to and from each day. That means I spend lots of time in the car. That means I don't want to waste time. So I usually alternate between listening to podcasts and upbeat music, just to switch on my brain, but also to take in different information for my personal development. So you can see, this is how I arrange my songs and podcast episodes. So I alternate between one podcast and then one song, just to get different stimulation, as I said. How I select podcasts, it depends on my current needs. So usually it's about entrepreneurship, personal finance and relationship. Everything that's linked to my personal goals and life areas that I want to improve on, because I don't like wasting time. So that you can see, I always listen to podcasts on at least 1.5x speed. Yeah, this is just how I like it, and it works for me. But it took a while for me to set this up, because at first I was like, I would just listen to podcasts all the way, but then it gets boring sometimes. So I eventually added some upbeat music to it. They are like my constant songs that I listen to as a pick-me-up, and love those songs. And now I'm going to show you a quick tip about changing playlists without touching your phone when you're driving. Disclaimer, I'm only trying to illustrate a point. I'm not actually driving, okay? Bear with me. So say I'm listening to a song that I don't like, or the podcast that is getting too much, that I want to change the playlist, but I'm driving. I can't use my phone, right? And you shouldn't. So this is what I usually do. Hey Siri, play my 2022 playlist on Spotify on shuffle. Yeah, so this is just what I usually do if I want to change the playlist without actually using my phone. Okay, the third playlist is for deep work. For deep work, I don't mean anything related to music therapy. I mean, yes and no. For example, when I have day off, I stay at home and I write long-form articles or create YouTube videos. That means I need to do lots of scriptings and writing, basically. For that kind of work purposes, I listen to either lo-fi music or this recent favorite of mine. It's called a Heaven Selection. It's from a DJ trio that I really liked recently, and they have like really good taste and just put me on work mode and just get my creativity going and all that. So these are the two playlists I actually listen to for deep work purposes. And the next playlist is obviously for boosting my performance during my workout. I actually haven't found a playlist that I really liked yet, but I alternate between just upbeat music or EDM workout, whatever I can find on Spotify. Yeah, I don't mind any upbeat or EDM dance workout music. Heavy metal is not my thing, but just anything to pump my heart rate. And good remixes, I guess that will do. Yeah, because good music can motivate you to do one more rep or just to sustain for 5 more seconds. It's good motivation and it adds more enjoyment to my workout. And the last playlist that I listen to outside work, this is a secret. It's called AD. It stands for After Dark. This is the playlist that I listen to when I drive home alone after midnight or something. Not that I always do that, but sometimes it happens and you just feel like you're in the mood for something different, you know? It's kind of similar to the Sad Boy Hours playlist on Spotify, but it's just kind of linked to my personal experiences, and I like to put my memories into those songs. And then sometimes, like once in a while, I will open this box and then walk down the memory lane when I drive home. Just a little bit of rumination, I guess. It's not very healthy, but sometimes it's fun to do, just to think about things. And then the biggest satisfaction that I get from this playlist is that I realize how much I've grown out of that playlist. Like those songs no longer trigger me, and I know that I've moved on, I'm in a better place, and I'm constantly improving myself. So yeah, it's kind of like a mindset game, but you try to be more mindful and not to let that ruin your mental health or not let the song trigger you, if that makes sense. So yes, that's my top 5 playlists that I listen to outside work as a music therapist. There are 3 lessons learned here. The first one is to be really intentional about what you do, especially the music that you listen to. Is that in a healthy usage manner? Like, do you use that to boost your productivity, performance, energy level, to boost your mood so that you can live a better life? Or are you just using music to help you ruminate, which might spark more anxiety or depression? So yes, be really intentional about how you do that. If you want to learn more about how to create a playlist that benefits you, check out another video here that I have a walkthrough of how I create my playlist. And there is also a blog post that I will link down in the description box below. And the second lesson here is that it is really helpful to use music to match or change your mood for certain situations so that you can better regulate yourself, your emotions. This is something that you can do on your own if you are self-aware enough just to be more mindful, back to the first point. But yeah, you can also work with a music therapist to help you create a playlist that suits your lifestyle and needs, and then to improve your mental health. If you want to book a session with me, link down below. And the last lesson here is healthy use of music. It's so important to be mindful and intentional about how we use music on a daily basis. Not all music benefits you. Some people get triggered easily, so it's good to pay attention to your body sensations because your body and mind are linked. So if there's something going on in your mind you can't see, but you can always sense it. Our body is so powerful and smart. If you feel like you're breathing not normally and then you're sweating, and also you might be like your heart rate is getting up, that might be symptoms that you're getting triggered, maybe some unpleasant memories and all that. Nowadays, so many young people, they listen to music just to ruminate or just to find some kind of relation and support from the lyrics, but those songs might be related to suicide and all that, which might not be a healthy use of music. So it's so important to be mindful, think about what music energizes you, boosts your mood and creativity and all that, and try to incorporate music in your life in a healthy manner. So I hope this video inspires you in some way to create your own playlist to match your activities so that you can have a better quality of life. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more music and mental health content, and check out my blog posts about healthy use of music, and I'll see you in the next video.